In today's Legal on 4, what you need to know before hiring a personal injury attorney. Between lawyer ads and stories from friends, it can be challenging to know how to select an attorney to best represent you or a loved one should you be injured. Our legal contributor, Craig Wisdom, is here. First of all, you say that it's important to have a basic understanding of tort.
Well, just some of the different type of cases. It helps clear it up in your mind. These are a tort is when someone's done something wrong. It's not a contract action. Things like medical malpractice, vehicle negligence, getting hurt on premises liability, or things like nursing home abuse or neglect. These are torts. And they're what you need a personal injury attorney for.
And secondly, you say that it's very important to understand the role that the attorney will play in the case.
Very much so. Sometimes people focus on representing you in terms of fighting and standing up for you to the other side. And that's very important and very critical. But this attorney also has to educate you because you're going to need to make decisions. They have to listen to you so they can understand your situation and your needs. They're going to have to make recommendations to you as you go through the process based on their experience. And they're also going to have to kind of guide you so you know what the next step is and what your deposition's like. So you have to be very comfortable working with this person. You don't want someone just who's going to be a junkyard dog to the other side, but whom you're not comfortable talking with.
So you shouldn't think that you're just going to hand over your case to somebody. They're going to make all the decisions and they're just going to come to you with a check at the end of the process.
Absolutely not. It's always a very involving process for you as well. You know, sometimes people...
Or it should be.
Yes, it should be. People talk about sometimes wanting to see a principal done and such, but these cases are really about money when all is said and done, and that's all the attorney and the courts can do for you. And so it's not easy to go through a lawsuit. It's draining and it's emotional, and you're going to have to want to go through it with someone you like working with.
So probably the moral of this story is do your homework, research the attorney.
Absolutely. Personal recommendations, like so many things in our lives, are the best. If you know a trusted friend or family member who's gone through something similar and recommends the attorney they worked with, that's probably the best research you can do. If you have an attorney that's worked with you on other areas that you trust, like your estate planning attorney, talk with them because they may be able to recommend someone they know personally or professionally who would do a good job for you. But there's still no substitute for meeting and talking with these people yourself.
And you should probably never base your decision on fees.
No, but you should understand them. Any attorney is obligated to explain how they're going to charge for your case. Is that negotiable? It can be in certain cases, but a lot of, there's a slight range. Most attorneys charge on a contingent basis in these areas, and there's a slight range. Tends to be fairly standard, though, depending on the type of case. But again, if you're going to get 3 times the possible recovery for paying 10% more in fees,
it's worth the exchange.
Worth it, yes. But most important is that they're able to explain how they'll work, how fees will work, how costs will work, so you understand exactly what you're getting into, and you won't be surprised at the end when you see what's being taken out of the settlement.
Do not be afraid to ask questions.
No, any good attorney understands you're making an important decision and you're interviewing them, and they should be prepared to answer your questions, give you an opportunity to see if you're the person they want to work with.
And ultimately, the one that should take your business, win your business, is the person that matches your needs the best.
Exactly. You need to understand their experience as well, because when it comes to settlement, negotiations, when it comes to a possible trial, you need to know how much they've done and how accomplished they are. Their trial work can determine how well they are at settlement.
Well, it's kind of like picking a good surgeon. If he's done the surgery many times, he's going to do better on your, if he's never done the surgery.
Exactly. And depending, if you have a specialized case like medical malpractice, you need an attorney who works in that area, not someone who's picking it up for the first time.
Okay, Craig, thank you so much. Good information.
You're welcome.
Up next.